Hello there, and welcome to the History for Sleep 777 channel. Good evening. Tonight, we leave the busy modern world behind and travel back to April of 1912. Imagine that you are standing on the docks of Southampton, England. The morning air is cool. A light mist hangs above the harbor. The smell of fresh seawater mixes with the scent of coal and polished wood. Around you, hundreds of travelers quietly prepare for one of the most famous voyages in history. Some carry elegant leather suitcases. Others hold only a small cloth bag containing everything they own. Children look toward the sea with wide, curious eyes. Parents speak softly as they gather their belongings. And then, you see her, the RMS Titanic. She rises above the harbor like a floating city. Her black hull stretches farther than you can comfortably see. 4 enormous funnels tower high into the sky. Sunlight glitters across hundreds of cabin windows. Everything about the ship feels calm, powerful, and almost impossible to believe. For many people in 1912, this is the greatest ship ever built. She represents progress, luxury, hope, and the beginning of a new adventure. You slowly walk toward the boarding ramp. A polite crew member greets every passenger with a warm smile. Your ticket is carefully inspected. Then, step by step, you leave solid ground behind. The wooden gangway gently creaks beneath your feet. The sea below moves quietly against the massive steel hull. A cool Atlantic breeze brushes across your face. As you reach the deck, everything suddenly becomes peaceful. The polished wooden floor shines beneath the morning sun. Brass railings sparkle like gold. White painted walls seem almost perfectly clean. Crew members move calmly from one task to another. There is no shouting, no rushing, only quiet confidence. Nearby, a steward helps an elderly couple find their cabin. A young family pauses to admire the endless rows of lifeboats hanging neatly above the promenade deck. Children wave excitedly toward relatives still standing on the dock below. Far away, a deep ship's whistle echoes across the harbor. Its low, gentle sound rolls over the water like distant thunder. You take a slow walk along the promenade deck. The Atlantic Ocean stretches endlessly before you. Seagulls glide effortlessly through the morning sky. Small tugboats move carefully around the enormous ship. Everywhere you look, workers perform their duties with quiet precision. Some polish brass fittings, others secure ropes. A few sailors carefully inspect the lifeboats. Everything seems perfectly organized, perfectly ordinary. You pause beside the railing. Looking down, the dock already feels surprisingly far away. Passengers continue arriving. Ladies wear elegant dresses with wide-brimmed hats. Gentlemen adjust their jackets and carry walking sticks. Children laugh quietly as they point toward the towering funnels above. The atmosphere feels hopeful. No one knows what lies ahead. To everyone here, this is simply the beginning of a wonderful voyage across the Atlantic. A bell rings softly somewhere inside the ship. Crew members exchange brief nods. The final preparations are almost complete. Slowly, the thick mooring ropes are released one by one. The great ship begins to move. At first, the motion is almost impossible to notice. The engines produce only a gentle vibration beneath your feet. The dock slowly drifts farther away. People standing on shore wave hats and handkerchiefs. Passengers wave back with smiling faces. The city of Southampton gradually becomes smaller behind you. Ahead, only the open ocean waits. You continue walking across the peaceful deck. The fresh sea air fills your lungs. Everything feels unhurried, elegant, comfortable. A steward politely reminds passengers that luncheon will soon be served. Some guests begin exploring the ship.
Others settle into comfortable deck chairs wrapped in warm blankets. A gentleman quietly opens a newspaper. A young woman begins reading a novel. Nearby, a little girl watches the waves with complete fascination. The ocean sparkles beneath the gentle morning sun. Tiny white clouds drift lazily across the blue sky. It feels as though time itself has slowed down. For now, there is nowhere to hurry, nothing to fear. Only the quiet rhythm of the sea, the soft sound of distant engines, and the beginning of a journey that no one aboard could possibly forget. So, find a comfortable place beside the railing. Listen to the waves, feel the cool ocean breeze, and let yourself drift gently into another peaceful day aboard the Titanic, where every new corner holds another quiet story waiting to be discovered. The Atlantic Ocean stretches peacefully in every direction. The gentle rhythm of the waves becomes almost hypnotic. The ship glides forward so smoothly that you can barely feel its movement. A steward wearing a crisp white jacket approaches with a warm smile. He politely offers to show you around the first-class decks. You quietly follow him. The polished wooden corridors seem endless. Soft electric lights glow warmly against elegant white walls. Every brass handle shines as though it has been polished only moments ago. Even your footsteps become quieter, as thick carpets gently soften every sound. Soon, you arrive at one of the most famous places aboard the Titanic, the Grand Staircase. You pause for a moment. It is even more beautiful than you imagined. Rich oak wood curves gracefully around each staircase. Intricate carvings decorate every railing. Above, a magnificent glass dome allows gentle morning sunlight to pour into the hall. Tiny dust particles drift lazily through the golden beams of light. At the center of the staircase, an elegant clock quietly marks the passing of time. Its polished surface reflects the peaceful atmosphere surrounding it. Passengers walk slowly up and down the wide staircase. Ladies wear graceful dresses in soft pastel colors. Gentlemen politely remove their hats as they greet one another. Nobody seems rushed. Everything feels calm, refined, comfortably slow. You continue walking toward the reading and writing room. Large windows fill the room with natural light. Comfortable armchairs sit neatly beside small wooden tables. Several passengers quietly read newspapers from London. Others write careful letters home, using fountain pens and fine stationery. One elderly gentleman slowly folds his newspaper before gazing peacefully out toward the endless sea. Nearby, a young woman gently turns the pages of a novel. The only sounds are the soft rustle of paper and the distant hum of the ship's engines. Leaving the library behind, you stroll toward the palm court. The atmosphere immediately changes. Sunlight pours through large glass windows. Decorative palm trees stand gracefully between elegant wicker chairs. Fresh flowers brighten every corner. Passengers enjoy quiet conversation over tea and coffee. A pianist somewhere nearby begins playing a gentle melody. The music drifts softly through the room without ever becoming distracting. You find a comfortable chair beside the window. Outside, the Atlantic sparkles beneath the late morning sun. Small white waves gently brush against the enormous hull. The endless blue horizon seems to stretch forever. A steward arrives carrying a silver tray. Fresh tea is served in delicate porcelain cups. Warm scones, butter, strawberry preserves. Everything is presented with remarkable care. Even the smallest details seem important. After enjoying a quiet cup of tea, you continue exploring. The first-class lounge feels almost like the drawing room of a grand country house. Large fireplaces decorate the walls. Comfortable leather chairs invite passengers to relax for hours. Beautiful paintings hang carefully above polished wooden panels. Some guests quietly discuss business. Others simply enjoy the peaceful silence. One gentleman studies a detailed map of the Atlantic crossing. A small group nearby softly discusses their plans after arriving in New York. Nobody raises their voice. Everything feels wonderfully unhurried. As noon approaches, the aroma of freshly prepared food begins drifting through the corridors. The dining saloon is slowly welcoming guests for lunch. Inside, the room is breathtaking. White tablecloths cover every table. Crystal glasses sparkle beneath elegant electric chandeliers. Silver cutlery has been arranged with perfect precision. Fresh flowers decorate each dining table. Stewards move gracefully between the guests. Lunch is served with quiet professionalism. Fresh fish, roasted meats, seasonal vegetables, warm bread, delicate pastries. Every course arrives calmly, without hurry, without noise. Outside the large dining room windows, the endless Atlantic continues rolling gently beneath the brilliant blue sky. After lunch, many passengers return to the promenade deck. Some settle into comfortable wooden deck chairs wrapped in soft wool blankets. Others quietly read books. Several simply watch the waves passing below. You lean gently against the polished railing once again. A cool breeze brushes across your face. The ocean stretches endlessly before you. Above, white clouds drift peacefully across the sky. Behind you, the elegant ship quietly continues its journey westward. Every hour aboard the Titanic seems designed for comfort, for relaxation, for quiet conversation, for peaceful reflection. No one knows that history will remember this voyage forever. For now, it is simply another beautiful morning aboard the most magnificent ship ever built. You close your eyes for a moment, listening only to the steady rhythm of the sea, the distant heartbeat of the engines, and the quiet elegance of life aboard the Titanic.
The afternoon has only just begun. The Titanic continues her graceful journey across the calm Atlantic Ocean. The sea stretches endlessly in every direction, an endless blanket of deep blue, meeting the pale sky at a distant horizon that seems almost impossible to reach. You step quietly onto the first-class promenade deck. A gentle ocean breeze welcomes you immediately. It carries the fresh scent of salt water, mixed with the faint aroma of polished wood and clean sea air. The ship moves so smoothly that if you didn't look toward the water, you might almost forget you were sailing across the ocean at all. Passengers stroll slowly along the wide teak deck. Some walk arm in arm. Others enjoy the peaceful silence alone. Nobody seems to be in a hurry. Time aboard the Titanic feels wonderfully different. Minutes seem longer. The outside world feels very far away. The only constant sound is the soft whisper of waves sliding against the steel hull far below. Occasionally, a distant gull circles above the ship before disappearing into the endless sky. Rows of elegant wooden deck chairs line the promenade. Each one is neatly arranged. Many are already occupied. Ladies wrapped in warm wool blankets quietly read novels. Gentlemen study newspapers, their hats resting comfortably beside them. A few passengers simply close their eyes, enjoying the gentle warmth of the afternoon sun. You choose an empty chair near the railing. It feels surprisingly comfortable. A steward politely unfolds a thick blanket across your legs. He smiles, tips his cap, and quietly continues helping other guests. The breeze becomes slightly cooler, but the blanket keeps you perfectly warm. You watch the waves. Small white crests appear, then disappear, over and over again. There is something strangely calming about their endless rhythm. You begin to notice details that many people might overlook.
The sunlight dances across the surface of the Atlantic like thousands of tiny diamonds. Occasionally, a school of fish breaks the surface for only a moment. Far away, another steamship appears on the horizon. It is so distant that it looks almost like a tiny toy floating upon the sea. Passengers quietly point toward it. Some raise small binoculars. Others simply admire the peaceful sight. Nobody speaks loudly. Conversations remain soft and gentle. The atmosphere almost feels like a peaceful library floating across the ocean. As you continue your slow walk, you notice several crew members carefully polishing the brass railings. Every surface aboard Titanic receives constant attention. The crew takes enormous pride in keeping the great ship spotless. Nearby, another steward waters decorative plants placed beside sheltered sections of the promenade. Even fresh flowers have their place aboard this floating city. You stop beside the railing once more. Looking downward, you see the enormous bow cutting effortlessly through the water. Foamy white waves roll gently away from both sides of the ship. It almost feels as though the ocean itself quietly parts to allow Titanic to pass. The steady vibration beneath your feet reminds you of the powerful engines hidden deep below. Although you cannot see them from here, their quiet rhythm has become almost comforting, like a slow heartbeat, reliable, constant, peaceful. A young boy nearby carefully throws a small paper boat into the wind. His parents laugh softly as it glides away for a few brief seconds before disappearing into the sea. A photographer offers to capture family portraits against the beautiful Atlantic backdrop. Several couples happily pose beside the elegant white railings. These photographs, taken on an ordinary, peaceful afternoon, will one day become treasured memories. The afternoon sunlight slowly begins to soften. Long shadows stretch gently across the polished wooden deck. The air becomes cooler, yet even more refreshing. Many passengers remain outside, unwilling to leave such a beautiful view. You take one final slow walk from one end of the promenade to the other. The ocean continues its endless dance beside the ship. The sky remains perfectly clear. Everything feels safe, comfortable, peaceful. For this quiet afternoon, the Titanic seems less like a ship and more like a peaceful world of its own, drifting gently across the endless Atlantic. Take one last deep breath of the cool sea air. Listen to the quiet rhythm of the waves and allow your thoughts to drift slowly, just as the Titanic continues her calm and graceful voyage toward the western horizon. By now, the afternoon has settled gently over the Atlantic. The bright morning sunshine has softened into a warm, golden glow. The sea remains calm. Only gentle waves follow the Titanic as she continues westward across the endless ocean. As you leave the promenade deck, a pleasant aroma slowly fills the air. Fresh bread, roasted vegetables, warm soup, and delicate pastries. It is nearly time for luncheon. You quietly follow the elegant corridors toward the first-class dining saloon. The room feels almost like a grand palace. High ceilings stretch above beautifully decorated walls. Crystal chandeliers sparkle softly overhead. Every table is covered with perfectly pressed white linen. Silver cutlery reflects the warm afternoon light. Fresh flowers rest in polished crystal vases. Nothing seems out of place. Stewards greet each guest with quiet professionalism. Their movements are graceful, almost silent. You are shown to a table beside one of the large windows. Outside, the Atlantic Ocean glides peacefully past. The sunlight dances across the water, creating thousands of tiny flashes of light. A steward gently pours cool water into your crystal glass. Moments later, the first course arrives. A warm bowl of clear vegetable soup. Freshly baked bread served with creamy butter. Everything is simple, yet prepared with extraordinary care. There is no rush, no loud conversation, only the quiet sound of silver cutlery, soft voices, and the gentle heartbeat of the ship far below. As each course is served, time seems to slow even further. Roasted chicken, fresh fish caught before the voyage, seasonal vegetables, soft potatoes, delicate fruit, and finally, a beautifully prepared dessert. Perhaps a slice of sponge cake or sweet baked pudding served with fresh cream. Each bite encourages you to slow down, to enjoy the moment, rather than hurry toward the next. When luncheon comes to an end, many passengers decide to stretch their legs. You quietly make your way toward one of the ship's most peaceful places, the palm court. Sunlight streams through the large windows. Decorative palm trees sway gently with the almost invisible movement of the ship. Elegant wicker chairs surround small wooden tables. The atmosphere feels bright, warm, and wonderfully peaceful. A steward approaches carrying a polished silver tea service. Fine porcelain cups are carefully arranged. Fresh tea is poured slowly, its gentle aroma filling the air. Warm scones, butter, strawberry jam, small finger sandwiches, tiny cakes decorated with delicate icing. Afternoon tea aboard Titanic is never hurried. It is meant to be enjoyed slowly. Nearby, a small string ensemble begins to play. The gentle sound of violins, joined by a cello and piano, floats softly through the palm court. The melodies are calm, elegant, almost dreamlike. No one applauds loudly. The music simply becomes part of the peaceful afternoon. A lady quietly closes her book, simply to listen. A gentleman gazes through the window, his teacup resting gently in his hands. Children whisper to one another, careful not to disturb the relaxing atmosphere. After finishing your tea, you continue toward the Café Parisien. Unlike the formal dining room, this charming cafe feels relaxed and cheerful. Small, round tables sit beneath climbing vines and flowering plants. Large windows allow the afternoon sunlight to pour inside. Passengers enjoy coffee, light pastries, and quiet conversation. The smell of freshly ground coffee mixes with the scent of warm bread and sweet desserts. Everything feels comfortable, almost like sitting in a peaceful European garden. You order a simple cup of coffee. Its warmth feels comforting against your hands. Outside, the endless Atlantic continues its gentle rhythm. The ship sails forward with complete confidence. You notice how every member of the crew performs their duties with calm precision. Stewards quietly refill cups. Chefs prepare evening meals below deck. Housekeepers gently straighten chairs and polish windows. Everything aboard Titanic moves with quiet harmony. No one seems hurried. No one appears worried. It is simply another peaceful afternoon aboard the largest passenger ship in the world. As the hours pass, the sunlight slowly begins to change once again. The blue sky takes on warmer shades of gold. Long shadows stretch across the decks. Passengers begin drifting outside once more, hoping to enjoy the cool evening breeze before dinner. You finish the last sip of your tea, stand quietly beside the window, and watch the endless Atlantic roll gently toward the horizon. The world feels wonderfully quiet, wonderfully slow, and for just a little while longer, life aboard Titanic remains exactly as it was meant to be. Peaceful, elegant, and beautifully unhurried.
As the peaceful afternoon continues above deck, you become curious about another side of the Titanic, a side that many passengers rarely see. Behind the elegant dining rooms, beneath the polished wooden decks, and far below the luxurious cabins, lies a world that never truly rests. With permission from a friendly steward, you quietly begin walking down a narrow staircase. The bright sunlight slowly fades behind you. Warm electric lights softly illuminate the corridors below. The atmosphere changes. It is quieter here, simpler, more practical, yet everything feels just as organized. These lower decks are home to hundreds of hardworking crew members. Without them, the great ship could never continue her peaceful voyage. You pass several young stewards carrying neatly folded towels. Each smiles politely as they continue toward the passenger cabins. Every room aboard the Titanic is carefully cleaned each day. Beds are made. Fresh water is delivered. Shoes are polished. Every detail receives quiet attention. Farther along the corridor, you hear the comforting smell of freshly baked bread before you even reach the bakery. Inside, the ship's bakers have been awake since long before sunrise. Large ovens glow warmly. Rows of fresh loaves cool upon wooden shelves. Some bakers carefully shape soft rolls by hand. Others prepare delicate pastries for tomorrow morning's breakfast. The work is steady, but never hurried. Each loaf is made with care. Each meal prepared for thousands of people aboard the ship. You continue walking. Soon, you arrive at one of the largest kitchens ever built on a passenger ship, the galley. Several chefs quietly prepare tonight's dinner. Large copper pots gently simmer over warm stoves. Fresh vegetables are carefully chopped. Fish is cleaned with practiced hands. Pastries are decorated with remarkable precision. Although dozens of cooks work together, the kitchen feels surprisingly calm. Everyone knows exactly what to do. There is no confusion, only quiet teamwork. Nearby, young kitchen assistants wash dishes in warm water. Stacks of polished plates sparkle beneath the lights. Every cup, every spoon, every serving tray is cleaned and returned to its proper place. The ship never seems to run out of anything. As you continue farther below, you discover another important room, the ship's post office. Large canvas mailbags cover the floor. Postal clerks carefully sort thousands of letters. Some will reach families across America. Others are traveling toward Europe. Each envelope carries someone's thoughts, someone's hopes, someone's story. Every letter is handled with remarkable care. Nearby, a quiet storeroom stretches farther than you expected. Shelves are filled with fresh fruit, flour, tea, coffee, spices, butter, cheese, and countless other supplies needed for a journey across the Atlantic. Everything has been carefully counted. Everything has its place. Nothing is wasted. You begin to realize just how enormous this floating city truly is. Not only must it carry thousands of passengers, it must also provide fresh food, clean water, warm beds, clean clothes, and comfort every single day, all while crossing one of the largest oceans on Earth. Farther ahead, you notice several laundry workers. Steam rises gently from large washing machines. Fresh white sheets hang neatly to dry. Uniforms are carefully pressed. Tablecloths are folded with perfect precision. Their work often goes unnoticed, yet every passenger benefits from their quiet dedication. As you slowly make your way back toward the staircase, you pass several young crew members enjoying a brief rest. They quietly share tea, a slice of bread, a simple conversation about home. Some speak of their families waiting in England. Others dream of visiting New York for the first time.
Despite their long hours, their faces remain calm, professional, proud to serve aboard the world's newest ocean liner. You pause for one final look down the peaceful corridor. The gentle hum of the ship surrounds you once again. Every crew member continues their work without drawing attention to themselves. Above them, passengers relax with books, music, and afternoon tea. Below, hundreds of unseen hands quietly make that peaceful experience possible. Without applause, without recognition, simply doing their work, one careful task at a time. You slowly climb the staircase back toward the upper decks. The fresh ocean air greets you once again. The sunlight feels warm upon your face. And as you look out across the endless Atlantic, you cannot help but appreciate every quiet person working behind the scenes, keeping the great Titanic moving calmly, steadily, and peacefully across the open sea.
As the afternoon slowly drifts onward, you find yourself wondering about something most passengers never see. Far below the elegant dining rooms, far beneath the comfortable cabins, and many decks below the promenade, lies the hidden heart of the Titanic. The place that keeps the great ship moving, the place where thousands of tons of steel seem to come alive. With the help of a friendly crew member, you begin descending deeper into the ship. One staircase, then another, and another. The air gradually becomes warmer. The distant sound of the ocean fades away. In its place, a steady mechanical rhythm fills the corridors. Not loud, not unpleasant, just constant. A deep, gentle vibration, almost like the heartbeat of some enormous sleeping giant. The farther you descend, the warmer the air becomes. The corridors become simpler, less decorative, more practical. Painted steel walls replace polished wood. Heavy doors line the passageways. Everything here exists for one purpose: to keep the ship moving safely across the Atlantic Ocean. Soon, you arrive at a viewing platform overlooking one of the most remarkable engineering spaces ever created, the engine room. You pause for a moment. The sight is astonishing. Towering machines rise several stories high. Massive steel rods move slowly up and down. Enormous pistons glide back and forth with incredible precision. Every movement feels deliberate, measured, controlled. Nothing appears rushed. Nothing seems chaotic. The machinery works together with quiet confidence, as if it has performed this task forever. Engineers move carefully along narrow walkways. They monitor gauges, check temperatures, record measurements in notebooks. Their faces remain calm, focused, professional. Each man understands the importance of his work. Far below, the giant engines convert steam into motion. That motion turns the ship's enormous propellers, and those propellers push the Titanic steadily through the sea. It is a process both simple and extraordinary. Steam, steel, movement. Together, they carry thousands of passengers across an entire ocean. The sound is surprisingly soothing. A slow rhythm, a repeating pattern, a gentle pulse that never stops. Clank, hiss, hum. Clank, hiss, hum. Again and again, minute after minute, hour after hour. The steady rhythm almost feels hypnotic. Nearby, an engineer carefully wipes a small amount of oil from a polished metal surface. Another checks a pressure gauge. A third quietly updates a maintenance log. Every task is completed with patience. There is no unnecessary movement, no wasted effort, only calm expertise. You continue deeper into the ship. The warmth increases once more.
Soon, you arrive near the boiler rooms. These enormous chambers supply the steam needed for the engines above. The space feels immense. Rows of giant boilers stretch into the distance. Their curved steel surfaces glow softly beneath electric lights. The heat is noticeable, but not uncomfortable. Workers known as stokers move steadily through the room. Their job is physically demanding, yet they perform it with remarkable discipline. Each man follows a careful routine, opening furnace doors, adding coal, monitoring temperatures, then moving on to the next boiler. The work continues day and night, without interruption, without pause. The Titanic never sleeps, and neither does the machinery that powers her. Still, there is something strangely peaceful about watching the process. Everyone knows their role. Every task has purpose. Every movement contributes to the smooth operation of the ship. The boilers create steam. The steam powers the engines. The engines turn the propellers. And the propellers carry Titanic across the Atlantic. A vast system of cooperation, invisible to most passengers, essential to every moment of the voyage. You stand quietly for a while, listening, observing, feeling the gentle vibration beneath your feet. Somewhere far above, passengers enjoy tea, read books, watch the ocean. Perhaps they never think about the people working here, or the machines operating endlessly below. Yet this hidden world makes every peaceful moment possible. Without the engineers, without the stokers, without the giant engines, the voyage could not continue. Eventually, you begin making your way back toward the upper decks. The air gradually becomes cooler. The sound of machinery grows fainter. The familiar scent of sea air slowly returns. And as you climb the final staircase, you glance back one last time, toward the hidden heart of the Titanic. Quietly working, steadily beating, carrying one of the greatest ships ever built across the calm waters of the Atlantic Ocean. The afternoon slowly begins to fade. Almost without noticing, the sunlight becomes softer, warmer. The brilliant blue sky gradually changes into gentle shades of gold. You step quietly back onto the promenade deck. The cool Atlantic breeze greets you once again. It feels fresher now. The warmth of the afternoon has slowly disappeared, replaced by the peaceful comfort of early evening. The ocean stretches endlessly around the Titanic. There is no land in sight, only water and sky, meeting somewhere beyond the distant horizon. The ship continues her graceful journey, moving so smoothly that it almost feels as if she is floating through the clouds instead of the sea. Many passengers have gathered outside once again, not because they are busy, but because no one wishes to miss the evening sunset. Some quietly lean against the polished white railings. Others relax beneath warm wool blankets in comfortable deck chairs. Several couples stroll slowly along the wide teak deck. Their footsteps are soft, almost silent. The atmosphere feels wonderfully calm. Far away, the sun begins its slow descent toward the western horizon. Its golden light stretches across the Atlantic like a shimmering path of liquid gold. Every gentle wave reflects another tiny spark of sunlight. The sea itself seems alive with light. You stop beside the railing. For several long moments, you simply watch. There is nothing to hurry toward, nothing demanding your attention. Only the peaceful rhythm of the ocean, the distant cry of a seabird, and the steady heartbeat of the Titanic beneath your feet. Nearby, a steward quietly serves warm tea to several passengers. Small porcelain cups gently clink against silver trays. No one speaks loudly. Many simply sit in silence, watching the changing colors of the sky. Soft golden light slowly becomes orange. Orange slowly deepens into shades of amber. Then, faint hints of pink begin to appear above the horizon. Clouds drift lazily overhead, their edges glowing with warm evening colors. The ship itself seems transformed. The white walls reflect the golden sunlight. The polished brass railings shine almost like fire. Even the tall funnels cast long, peaceful shadows across the decks. You notice a gentleman quietly sketching the sunset inside a small notebook. A young woman carefully closes her novel, choosing instead to admire the beautiful view. Children stand quietly beside their parents, pointing toward dolphins that briefly appear beside the ship. For only a few wonderful moments, the graceful creatures leap effortlessly through the waves before disappearing once again into the deep Atlantic. The passengers smile. No one rushes for a better view. The moment feels perfect exactly as it is. As the sun moves lower, the temperature begins to fall. Stewards gently offer extra blankets. Some passengers pull their coats a little tighter. Yet no one seems eager to return indoors. The evening air feels peaceful, refreshing, comfortable. Above, the first tiny stars begin appearing in the darkening sky. One by one, they quietly reveal themselves, almost unnoticed. The ocean slowly changes from brilliant blue to deep sapphire. The golden pathway across the water gradually fades. The final edge of the sun gently slips below the horizon. For a few seconds, the entire western sky glows with rich orange and crimson colors. Then, even those begin to soften. A quiet stillness settles over the ship. The Atlantic becomes darker, calmer, more mysterious, yet somehow even more beautiful. You remain standing beside the railing, listening. The waves continue their endless whisper against the hull. The engines maintain their slow, steady rhythm. Everything feels perfectly balanced, perfectly peaceful. Far behind the ship, its gentle wake stretches for miles across the darkening ocean, a silent reminder of every peaceful mile already traveled. Soon, small electric lamps begin glowing along the decks. Their warm yellow light reflects softly upon the polished wood. The Titanic begins preparing for another elegant evening at sea. But for now, you simply take one last deep breath of the cool Atlantic air. Watch the first stars brighten overhead, and quietly appreciate one of the most beautiful sunsets ever witnessed from the deck of the world's most magnificent ocean liner.
Night has now settled gently across the Atlantic Ocean. The last traces of sunlight have quietly disappeared beyond the western horizon. Above, the sky has transformed into a breathtaking blanket of stars. Without the bright lights of modern cities, the heavens appear almost endless. Thousands upon thousands of tiny stars sparkle overhead. The Milky Way stretches across the sky like a soft river of light. It feels as though you could reach up and touch the stars with your fingertips. The Titanic sails onward, calmly, gracefully, without interruption. The sea is remarkably still tonight. Only gentle waves roll quietly beneath the great ship. You step onto the open promenade once more. The air has become cooler. A fresh Atlantic breeze brushes softly across your face. You pull a warm wool coat a little closer around your shoulders. The coolness is comforting, refreshing, peaceful. Small electric lamps cast a warm golden glow across the polished wooden deck. Their light is gentle, never harsh, just enough to guide passengers during their evening walk. The rest belongs to the moon and the stars. The moon hangs high above the Atlantic. Its silver light stretches across the calm ocean like a long ribbon of glass. Every small wave catches the moonlight, creating thousands of tiny, shimmering reflections. The sea almost seems to glow from within. Passengers speak even more quietly now. Many choose not to speak at all. Some simply stand beside the railings, watching the moonlit water drift endlessly past. Others remain wrapped in blankets, their eyes slowly growing heavy with sleep. Somewhere nearby, a violinist quietly practices alone. The soft melody floats gently through the cool night air. It is slow, gentle, almost like a lullaby. The notes fade into the endless Atlantic, becoming part of the peaceful silence. You continue your slow walk along the deck. Your footsteps make almost no sound against the smooth wooden floor. Far above, constellations slowly drift across the heavens. Perhaps some passengers recognize Orion or the Great Bear, while others simply admire the beauty without knowing their names. Long before satellites or electric city lights, travelers often look toward these same stars for comfort, for direction, for hope. Tonight, they shine just as brightly as they did centuries ago. You lean gently against the cool brass railing. The ocean below is dark, yet strangely beautiful. Occasionally, tiny flashes of light appear upon the water, perhaps glowing plankton disturbed by the ship's gentle passage. For only a moment, they sparkle like underwater stars, before disappearing once again into the darkness. The steady vibration beneath your feet continues without change. Deep below, the great engines quietly perform their endless work. Their slow rhythm has become familiar now, almost comforting, like the calm breathing of a sleeping giant. Nearby, a father quietly points toward the stars, sharing simple stories with his young daughter. She listens carefully, her eyes filled with wonder. An elderly couple sits together in silence. They do not need words. The peaceful night itself says enough. Far behind the Titanic, the ship's long white wake glows softly beneath the moonlight. It stretches into the darkness, slowly fading until it becomes impossible to see. Ahead, only the open Atlantic waits. Endless, silent, calm. The air feels wonderfully clean. Each deep breath carries the fresh scent of salt water. There is no sound of traffic, no busy streets, only the whisper of the wind, the gentle movement of the waves, and the quiet confidence of the great ship continuing her journey. You glance once more toward the sky. The stars remain unchanged, patient, timeless, watching over the ocean just as they have watched over countless voyages throughout history. For a few peaceful moments, it feels as though the entire world has become wonderfully still. Nothing asks for your attention. Nothing interrupts your thoughts. There is only the night, the sea, and the quiet beauty of the Titanic sailing beneath an endless sky of stars. Take another slow breath. Listen to the gentle rhythm surrounding you. Allow the peaceful darkness to grow softer and let your mind drift as calmly as the Atlantic itself. Tonight, the world feels impossibly quiet, and sleep seems closer than ever. The night grows deeper. The Atlantic has become quieter than ever. The moon has now slipped behind a thin veil of distant clouds. Above, countless stars continue to shine with remarkable clarity. The sea appears almost perfectly calm. Sailors have a special expression for nights like this. They sometimes call it a calm sea, where the surface becomes so smooth that even small waves seem to disappear. Standing quietly on the promenade, you notice how peaceful everything feels. The air is colder now. Each breath carries the fresh scent of the open Atlantic. You pull your coat a little closer, yet the cool night feels comfortable, refreshing. The Titanic continues forward with steady confidence. Deep below, the engines maintain their familiar rhythm. Steady, reliable, unchanging. Inside the ship, many passengers have already retired for the evening. Soft lamps glow along the quiet corridors. Cabin doors remain gently closed. Some guests sit comfortably in reading rooms, finishing a final chapter before sleep. Others write a few last lines in their travel journals. Perhaps they describe the beautiful sunset, or the endless ocean, or the remarkable comfort of the world's newest ocean liner. In the smoking room, a handful of gentlemen quietly finish friendly conversations. Nothing seems unusual. Nothing feels hurried. The day has simply reached its peaceful conclusion. Far below, the engineers continue their careful work. Pressure gauges are checked. Steam flows steadily through enormous pipes. Everything functions exactly as it should. Above, lookouts remain at their stations, patiently watching the dark horizon ahead. It is routine, the same careful observation repeated every night. The Atlantic stretches endlessly before them. The stars reflect faintly upon the water. With so little wind, the ocean almost resembles polished black glass. You slowly walk toward the bow. The cool breeze becomes slightly stronger here. Looking forward, you see only darkness. Beyond the gentle glow of the ship's lights, the horizon disappears completely. It feels mysterious, yet strangely peaceful. The Titanic continues onward, just as she has every hour since leaving Southampton. Passengers sleeping comfortably in their cabins remain completely unaware of the careful routines continuing throughout the ship. Stewards quietly prepare breakfast supplies for the coming morning. Fresh bread dough rests in the bakery. Kitchen staff organize tomorrow's ingredients. Everything suggests that another ordinary day will soon begin. History often feels different when we look back. Today, we know what those passengers could not. But in this quiet moment, aboard the Titanic, there is no sense of panic, no fear, only the calm certainty of another peaceful night at sea. You pause beside the railing once more. The stars remain brilliant overhead. The Atlantic whispers softly below. The ship moves forward with quiet grace. For everyone aboard, this is simply another peaceful evening, filled with hope for tomorrow's sunrise. And perhaps that is what makes this moment so memorable. Not because anyone expected history, but because life continued so normally. People laughed, read books, shared conversations, dreamed about arriving in New York. Ordinary moments, which later became extraordinary memories. As the midnight hours quietly approach, the Titanic sails onward beneath the endless stars. The night remains silent, the sea remains calm, and time seems to slow until only the gentle rhythm of the engines, the whisper of the ocean, and the vast Atlantic sky remain. Take one more slow breath. Listen to the peaceful silence surrounding the ship.
Allow your thoughts to become lighter, slower, quieter, just like this calm night upon the sea.
The night continues quietly. The Atlantic remains vast, calm, and seemingly endless. As you stand once more upon the peaceful deck, you take one final look toward the horizon. The stars still shine with quiet brilliance. The cool ocean breeze moves gently across the ship. Everything feels almost timeless. For the people aboard the Titanic, this voyage was much more than a crossing of the Atlantic. For some, it was the beginning of a new life. Families dreamed of building homes in America. Young couples imagined happy futures together. Businessmen carried plans for new opportunities. Children looked forward to seeing places they had only heard about in stories. Each passenger carried hopes, dreams, and quiet expectations. The Titanic herself represented something remarkable. She was a masterpiece of engineering, built by thousands of skilled hands, designed with extraordinary attention to comfort, beauty, and innovation. Her elegant staircases, her peaceful libraries, her warm dining rooms, her quiet promenade decks, all reflected the optimism of an exciting new century. Walking slowly across the deck, you remember everything you experienced during this peaceful journey. The first morning in Southampton, the polished wooden decks, the gentle afternoon tea, the smiling stewards, the quiet bakery below deck, the engineers faithfully tending the great engines, the golden sunset over the Atlantic, the moonlight dancing upon the waves, the endless sky filled with stars. Each small moment now feels precious. History often remembers great events, but sometimes the quiet, ordinary moments matter just as much. A shared conversation, a peaceful walk, a warm cup of tea, a family watching the sunset together. These are the moments that truly filled life aboard the Titanic. Although the voyage became one of history's most well-known stories, it is worth remembering that for most of its journey, life aboard the ship was filled with ordinary routines. Breakfast, reading, music, friendship, quiet evenings beside the sea. These peaceful moments deserve to be remembered too. They remind us that history is not only made of famous events, it is also made of everyday lives, of ordinary people, living ordinary days, filled with simple hopes. As the Titanic continues peacefully through the quiet Atlantic night, you allow yourself one final slow walk along the silent promenade. The lamps glow softly behind you. The stars stretch endlessly above. The ocean whispers gently below. You pause beside the railing, taking one last deep breath of the cool sea air. Some journeys are remembered because they changed history. Others are remembered because they reveal something timeless about humanity. The Titanic reminds us of both, of remarkable achievement, of quiet courage, of shared dreams, and of how precious peaceful moments can be. Perhaps that is why, more than a century later, people still remember her, not only because of what happened, but because of the lives that were lived aboard her. The conversations, the music, the sunsets, the laughter, the simple beauty of an ordinary day at sea. Now, our peaceful journey also comes to an end. The Atlantic grows quieter. The stars continue their silent watch above the world. The gentle rhythm of the sea carries your thoughts farther into the night. If your eyes have grown heavy, allow them to close. If your breathing has become slower,
Simply follow its calm rhythm. Imagine the Titanic sailing quietly beneath an endless sky, the ocean stretching peacefully in every direction, while the soft sound of the waves gently fades into the distance. Thank you for joining this peaceful journey through history. May your night be calm, may your sleep be deep, and may tomorrow welcome you as gently as the morning once welcomed the passengers aboard the Titanic. Good night, and sleep well.